What's going on, guys? Good morning, the 25th of November. We're going to take a look here at the markets. We're going to look here at Aerodrome Finance. So we had a decent day yesterday in the markets. We had a lot of green yesterday, so good for the bulls. To say the markets are oversold would be an understatement. So any kind of bounce would be pretty expected. Not a huge day, but up 1.9% yesterday for Aerodrome, and we're getting a little bit of a pushback today here, down 3.6. So still, my concern is that this pattern is going to play to the downside still. That's the way it looks. No guarantees, but it is something that is, the charts do have that look. If that does play out, we're still looking for a move down to the 56 zone, which is right in here. That would obviously be a pretty large percentage to the downside from where we're currently trading at. So that would be roughly like another 15 to 16% to the downside. Now, again, no guarantees it's going to happen. These markets put in a low as of now on the 21st. We pulled up to a lower high. This thing, could pull back here to 63 or maybe even 65 and then continue, to the upside. We'll see. We're getting a little bit of pushback here. But just keep in mind, if this starts to put in new lows, which means taking out the lows here from, that 61 cent area from the 21st, there's a good chance we're heading down to 56 cents. If we go over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin had a very nice rally here. There's a good chance we're putting in some kind of a bottom here, judging by what the fear and greed index hitting what appears to be some historic lows. So Bitcoin probably pull back somewhere in here, and then we should see another breakout from a higher low to a higher high, and that would change the trend back to the upside. We'll see how it plays out. I don't know how it's going to play out, but that's one way it could play out. Aerodrome, on the other hand, doesn't have that same strength off the bottom that Bitcoin has. It looks more like it wants to continue this pattern here to the downside, putting in a lower low, and then maybe that will trigger the bottom, and then we rally here. We'll see. Let's also keep in mind that Aerodrome didn't get hit as hard to the downside as Bitcoin did. So Bitcoin might be at its bottom, where Aerodrome still has another low to make, and then it's at its bottom. Also keep in mind, we just got our bearish signal here on the moving averages. Of course, we've seen those fail in the past, so just take that for what it's worth, but just understand that it did take place. So that's that. For a more bullish scenario here to play out for Aerodrome is we don't want to see these lows taken out. Okay, you want these lows to hold. That price would be 62 cents. Now there is that chance though that we do a double bottom, which means that low will be taken out. But if we pull back somewhere in here as a higher low, maybe we find support again at 65, and then the market takes out our highs here at 73. That would be very bullish. So we had one bullish day yesterday. We better start seeing a couple more here pretty soon. Otherwise, these markets are going to roll over once again. All right, so Bitcoin's got a long way to go before it takes out those lows down there at 80. It's basically $6,000 off the lows before it takes out that low here from the 21st. Let's go take a look at the fear and greed index. Fear and greed index definitely putting in some historic lows. Yesterday we hit a 12. So we just hit a yearly low of 10, and that was a couple days back. So there is some major fear out there. So that's what I'm saying. There's probably some kind of bottom happening here, whether it be short term or long term. Well, time will tell. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think these markets are going to do. And hey, is the bottom in? Bottom looks like it could be in for Bitcoin. As far as Aerodrome, though, I think there might be a little bit more selling to take place before we really start to rally here. And we'll know soon enough. The sooner this market takes out this 73 level, that would be very good. That'd be very bullish. If we take out these lows here, not the greatest, but it could be a double bottom. So we'll see which plays out here. If you were not yet subscribed, join us here. Of course, not financial advice. Guys, have a great day.